Meanwhile, fierce fighting is still ongoing in Iraq, where Islamist-led militants and pro-government forces are battling for control of the Baiji oil refinery and Tal Afar airport in the north. Now, Baiji, Iraq's biggest refinery, is surrounded by the rebels who say they have seized most of Tal Afar airport. The fighting comes a day after the U.S. said it would send some 300 military advisors to help the fight against the insurgents. President Barack Obama, however, stressed that U.S. troops would not fight in Iraq.
Iraqis mourn the deaths of their loved ones. They say their loved ones, men, women and the elderly, were killed by the militant Sunni group ISIS in an assault on 3 villages. Scenes like this are being repeated across much of northern Iraq. Since the Islamic movement seized a number of towns and cities in the past week, there's been fierce fighting and heavy bloodshed. The USA is sending Secretary of State John Kerry to Europe and the Middle East for talks to help stabilize the region.
Make no mistake, ISIL is a threat to Iraq and the entire region, and the United States is responding to that threat. But our efforts will only be successful if Iraqi leaders rise above their differences and come around and embrace a political plan that defines Iraq's future through the political process, not through insurgency and conflict.
The U.S., which is also dispatching up to 300 military advisors to Iraq, is urging the Shia-led Iraqi government to be more inclusive.
But I don't think there's any secret that right now, at least, there is deep divisions between Sunni, Shia, and Kurdish leaders. And as long as those deep divisions continue or worsen, it's going to be very hard for an Iraqi central government to direct an Iraqi military to deal with these threats. And so we've consulted with Prime Minister Maliki, and we've said that to him privately. We've said it publicly, that whether he is Prime Minister or any other leader aspires to lead the country, that it has to be an agenda in which Sunni, Shia, and Kurd all feel that they have the opportunity to advance their interests through the political process.
The Iraqi government has been accused of pursuing anti-Sunni policies, pushing some Sunni militants to join ISIS, which is making rapid advances and threatening to tear the country apart.